Legally.
Okay, stop. Okay? You know what, man, forget the tape, okay? Because I see what's going on here. You're sitting here trying to figure out how to let me down easy again when you know what, that's not gonna happen.
Playing the role of Brian's mother is TV star Sherry Shepherd.
My son is innocent! They tried to count me out.
She's such a quiet hero, very understated, and she doesn't feel she did anything special except love her child.
Brian Banks, the movie, hits theaters August 9th.
I'll tell you what's extraordinary. I am.
What a great story. We're so glad that it's in theaters, and you can catch the star-studded cast right now because it's out today. That's all for Astrid and the ATL.
All right, Astrid, thank you so much. Annual mammograms start around the age of 50 for most women, unless you have a family history. We spoke with a woman diagnosed at the young age of 24 after her doctor discovered a lump and began a series of tests.
We did the mammogram. They said, well, we see something. It's probably nothing. Let's biopsy it just to be sure. And then on a Friday afternoon around 3 o'clock, she said, we have the results, but I need you to come back in and bring someone this time. So at that point, I realized this is serious.
To learn more about how you can get involved, tune in Sunday to Public Affairs on Peach at 11:30 in the morning. It's on our sister station on Peachtree TV.
Now on CBS 46 News at 5.
If you're thinking of using an e-scooter tonight in the city, think again. We have all the details on the city's first e-scooter ban.
If your child attends this private school in Atlanta, police have a warning.
Mr. Madison had access to several children as a teacher.
A faculty member has been arrested for having sex with an underage girl, and there could be more victims.
A nasty dispute over a demolition project in downtown Atlanta. What it's all about next.
Well, in just a few hours, Atlanta's e-scooters will have to park it as the city's new ban goes into effect for the first time. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Thomas Roberts.
And I'm Brittany Miller. The nighttime ban comes after 3 e-scooter related deaths here in the city. CBS 46 reporter Jamie Kennedy is live with the details on that ban. Jamie, what exactly do people need to know tonight?
Well, Brittany, let me tell you, what a beautiful day to go for a ride in the city, but that will all change come 9 p.m. But the city wants the people to know that if you are riding an e-scooter past the ban, because you activated earlier, you're not going to lose power straight away. So don't worry about that. And also they want people to know they have directed companies to put this ban in effect at 9 p.m. But if people are riding before that, remember, you're not going to lose power straight away, so don't be scared about that. The city says that you will be able to complete your ride if you have activated it before 9 p.m. When companies enact the ban, it isn't clear when the individual ones do because most rides last up to 15 minutes only, so some companies may enact the ban at 8:45 p.m. Others might do it at 8:59 p.m. Now, this whole directive stems from this year's e-scooter related deaths. Atlanta tops the list for most e-scooter related deaths, a reason the community is behind the ban.
Yeah, everybody knows how traffic is in Atlanta, especially the Midtown area. So I could see it being a really good thing.
Now, the boundaries for the ban are the same as the city's boundaries. You can see them in a map on your screen. Now, the APD is also behind the ban because they believe that it will lead to safer streets. Live in Midtown, Jamie Kennedy, CBS 46 News.
All right, Jamie, thank you very much. An alert for parents in Atlanta tonight who send their kids to Emotep Academy on Fairburn Road.
The school's band director has been arrested for allegedly having sex with a teenage girl this summer, and police think there may be more victims right now. Let's bring in CBS 46's Carolyn Ryan. She's live outside of that school tonight. And Carolyn, was the victim in this case a student?
Well, police at this point won't confirm whether she was or wasn't, but they do say the victim and the band director, 34-year-old Charles Madison, did know each other through the school. So that's important to note there. And because this band director had access to so many kids here at this private academy, police say it's very possible he had inappropriate interactions with other minors as well. Monday is the first day back to school at Imhotep Academy after the long summer break, and there will certainly be a lot of concerned parents and students looking for answers after the arrest of the school's band director,
34-year-old Charles Madison. Madison was taken into custody Wednesday and booked in the Cobb County Jail on charges of child molestation, statutory rape, and enticing a child for indecent purposes. The investigation began late July after the victim's mother discovered explicit text messages between the two of them. According to the arrest warrant, the band teacher discussed with the victim, who was 14 or 15 years old at the time, how she could get out of the house so that he could pick her up. He allegedly did pick her up at a Mableton Publix in Cobb County and took her to a vacant townhome lot nearby where he had intercourse with the girl.
When you have someone who's in a position where they have power over children, or they have authority, I should say, over children, and we trust them, these cases are especially heinous in most people's minds just because of that, because you're trusting a teacher or someone who's placed in a position of authority to look after our children.
Yeah, a lot of concern there, of course, probably amongst students and parents as they prepare to head back to school on Monday. Now, we did reach out to the school to see if they had a response to this situation, and we got no response when we inquired about it. Reporting live tonight from Atlanta, Carolyn Ryan, CBS 46 News.
Definitely very scary, Carolyn. Thank you. A man accused of killing his girlfriend and shooting a DeKalb County police officer is now behind bars. Police arrested 27-year-old Otis Walker Jr. late last night in Lithonia, actually near where the shootings happened earlier this month. Walker has been on the run since August 1st when police say he killed his girlfriend, Aleka Simmons, and ambushed responding officer Derek Nunn. Tonight, Nunn is recovering and Walker is charged with felony murder. The search for a carjacker who put a DeKalb County school on lockdown. Chopper 46 was over the area near West Marietta Street. Police tell us this is where they tracked that car. The carjacker left the vehicle behind and took off. Oakview Elementary School was under lockdown during that search.
Well, a hit-and-run driver killed a person walking on Candler Road at I-20 in Atlanta, and police say at first the driver didn't stop. However, investigators say a short distance away, the driver abandoned their car, got out and ran. Tonight, police are still looking for that driver, and we're working to confirm the name of the victim. An Atlanta officer is in the hospital recovering tonight from a crash. It happened overnight on Metropolitan Parkway and University Avenue. Investigators say the officer was responding to a call at a time. We're told that the officer hit a concrete wall and then another patrol car.
Take a live look outside, guys. It is a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky, but you know what? That's just adding to the heat. No shade to cool you off. 94 degrees. This is the third day in a row where we have reached the mid-90s. There is a breeze coming in, but that's not bringing you a lot of relief from the heat. Pretty much everywhere outside of the foothills and the mountains is in the 90s this afternoon. And that's going to be the case through the evening as well. For your Friday evening plans, be aware that the heat is here to stay. Even after sunset, temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Even at 11 p.m., we're still in the mid-80s inside of the city. It's due to this, clear skies, high pressure in place. We are going to see some changes as we head into the weekend. Increasing moisture is moving in from the west, and a cold front's going to drop in tomorrow. That will bring us isolated showers through the afternoon, which will hold temperatures down just slightly. Still going to be at 93 degrees tomorrow. Sunday, the dry conditions return. We don't see a lot of cloud cover. We'll be back into the mid-90s, and this heat wave will continue through the middle part of next week. Coming up, I'll break down how hot it will feel like, which days will be dangerous to be outside in the afternoons. First, though, we do have to update you on your commute home. Messy out there, Bobeth. What's going on?
Yes, Ella, this is a live look right now at 20 just by Panola. And a little foggy, but you can see that both the west and eastbound lanes are really congested right now. Speeds have decreased all the way into the low teens. Before it was at about 18, but now we're even further south from that. But a wider look at the map, look at this, still a lot of red, and Cobb County continues to be an area of concern with multiple accidents in the area. Good news is one major one just cleared. This was at Cobb Parkway, close by the airport in Taro Mill. It was completely closed by the airport in Taro Mill, but now that is now reopened. The other two still remain a concern. You want to avoid that. That's your pinpoint traffic. Back to you guys.
Well, Beth, thank you. The Bulldog probing a legal halt to the demolition of a downtown historic building.
All right, so Chief Investigator Jonathan Carlson is asking what's next for the site on Nassau Street. Jonathan is live there tonight with more for us. So Jonathan, did you get answers to that question?
Yeah, we certainly did, guys. Good afternoon to you. Take a look at this. The facade is still standing here, but a good portion of the inside of the building is completely demolished, and you can see the construction fence that's up there. If you go around the back, it's just a whole lot of rubble. They've got a stop work order here on the place, so nothing else is going to happen for the time being. But take a look. Demo crews began knocking the place down yesterday. A historic recording studio known for producing some of country music's first hits. A county judge issuing an order halting things after preservationists cried foul. The plan for this site, a multi-story Margaritaville hotel and restaurant, which the city now says is way out of place.
That they would redesign the building that they're now proposing to build there. We asked them to work with us, and they said no.
Now back here live, the city claims they approved the permit because city lawyers feared they would lose a challenge. And as we said, the front of the building here remains standing, but that's about it. Preservationists hope to at least preserve that. We'll learn at the end of August at a hearing whether the demo here in construction will continue. Much more at 6. We're live downtown. I'm Jonathan Carlson, the CBS 46 Bulldog. Back
Jonathan, we'll see you at 6. Thank you. A burglar is caught in the act in Norcross. Investigators say he forced his way into an apartment maintenance shed on Season Parkway. And if you look really closely, he appears to make repetitive involuntary movements with his right hand. Now, Gwinnett police say that he got away with several items, including a golf cart and a key-making machine. And one man was shot in the back this afternoon in Atlanta. The victim found on Peachtree Street, taken to Grady Hospital, listed in stable condition. Tonight, investigators are not releasing much information about the crime. Of course, we will let you know as soon as we confirm more details.
The CBS 46 Backyard Barbecue is sponsored by The Big Green Egg, the ultimate cooking experience.
All right, we got a lot done in the first hour of the CBS 46 Backyard Barbecue in terms of smoking deviled eggs, also making
Cornbread.
The cornbread,
Yep.
right? Watching that just perfectly rise and get golden brown. But it is time to check back in on the CBS 46 Backyard Barbecue.
Yeah, Fred, let us know what's next because Buttermilk Kitchen is known for their biscuits. I've been saying biscuits for the past hour, but I'm just praying that that's what's next.
No, we're doing the cornbread next, Brittany. By the way, Brittany loves your biscuits over there, okay? So,
thank you, Brittany.
Chef Suzanne here. So what are we doing right now? Let's go ahead and tell us.
So we are going to make, this is a dish we actually have at the restaurant. It's our Nashville griddled cornbread with a spiced bacon fat. Nashville hot griddled cornbread. So hot meaning spicy, and it's also warm. So this is the cornbread we made earlier, and now we need to make the glaze for it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do more bacon fat.
More bacon fat.
And bacon fat's great when you're doing like grilled items because you get so much smoky flavor, so it really complements everything to eggs. So this is about a cup of melted bacon fat. Okay.
Yeah, I got a friend named Fatback, but that's for another day. All right, so what we got right here?
And then this is like a little spice mixture. You got cayenne, onion powder, garlic
pepper.
powder,
Oh, yeah.
salt, regular black pepper.
Hence the hot.
Yep,
Right.
this is very spicy. This is not for the weak.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna mix this all up.
You got your green onions down there? Is that
That's
for
gonna be, so we can add a little bit to that, and then we're also gonna put that on top of the dish.
I got you.
So when later on, we're gonna actually grill the cornbread, griddle it, and toss it in this.
Okay, well that's great. That looks super. Nice and spicy. Who doesn't like spicy cornbread, right, Suzanne?
Right.
That's good stuff. Here at CBS 46 Backyard Barbecue, we're cooking cornbread, spicy Nashville hot cornbread on the Big Green Egg, guys.
Why'd you give away your nickname for me?
What's that?
Why'd you give away your nickname for me? Fatback.
Fatback. That's right. Fatback.
What's your nickname for Fred?
Well, you know, we
Just
got
Freddie.
a little,
Just
you know,
Freddie.
there's a little, yeah.
I can't wait to come out there and enhance
We got a little
my
behind the
fatback.
scenes there. We got a little behind the scenes.
It's going to be good,
Easy
Fred.
now.
Thank
It's
you.
going to be great,
All
Freddie.
right.
We'll see you in just a bit.
Well, we have much more coming up on CBS 46 News at 5.
We certainly do. Walmart is making some changes inside its stores after the deadly mass shooting in El Paso.
Plus, pressure from the president may have a Republican lawmaker ready to pass new gun legislation.
The South is cooking right now. Current feels like temperatures above 100 degrees from Dallas to Tuscaloosa to New Orleans to Savannah. I'll show you how long this heat holds on coming up after the break.
Thanks for making CBS 46 the fastest growing news in Atlanta.
Welcome back and happy Friday, everybody. Let's take a look at the roadways right now. This is I-285 West at Peachtree, Dunwoody. Surprisingly, it is moving along, but hopefully it looks like this across the entire metro area. Of course, Beth Yates will break it all down for you. Taking a look at the bigger picture, she'll have an update for you in just a couple of minutes. The mass shooting in El Paso has renewed a call in Georgia to create a state hate crime law. Members of the Georgia Latino Alliance for Human Rights, the Urban League, and others gathered today at the Capitol to plead their case. The group says they want the legislature to send a clear message that bigotry in all forms is wrong and will not be tolerated here in Georgia.
In the wake of the mass shootings in Texas and Ohio, President Trump says he's working to drum up support for new gun control measures. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has also begun bipartisan talks to figure out which laws can actually pass a divided Congress. However, nothing will be done until after the Senate's August recess, despite calls from Democrats to reconvene Congress now.
I think with a lot of success that we have, I think I have a greater influence now over the Senate and over the House. I think we can get something really good done.
So President Trump also spoke with Wayne LaPierre. He's the head of the National Rifle Association. In a statement, LaPierre said the NRA opposes any legislation that unfairly infringes upon the rights of law-abiding citizens.
And with the nation on edge following the mass shootings, a heavily armed man was arrested at a Missouri Walmart after causing quite a panic. Police say the 20-year-old walked into the store carrying a rifle and wearing military fatigues and body armor. The store manager noticed the man and immediately pulled a fire alarm to notify customers. An armed off-duty firefighter detained him until police were able to get there and arrest him. He had more than 100 rounds of ammunition. He's now charged with making a terroristic threat.
Meanwhile, Walmart is removing all signs, displays, and videos that depict violence. The retailer is taking down marketing material and turning off video game consoles showing violent games. The company says the move is out of respect for the incidents of the past week. The video games will still be sold, and there is no change in the company's policy regarding gun sales.
Now, CBS 46 Pinpoint Weather, certified Atlanta's most accurate forecast.
Take a live look at Lake Lanier. Pick one of those boats. Don't you wish it was your boat? Yeah, me too. Wish you were out on the lake right now getting some relief from the heat. Otherwise, you're not seeing much relief anywhere. It is a hot into the week across the board. Athens, Marietta, Atlanta, Lawrenceville, all in the 90s. And when you add the feels like temperatures, the humidity to that, it feels like temperatures are in the upper 90s right now. Down to our south and southern parts of Georgia to the south of Macon, heat indices are as high as 105 degrees. Because of that, the National Weather Service does have a heat advisory for this area until 8 p.m. I know that's far south, but guys, by this time next week, by Monday or Tuesday even of next week, this heat is likely to migrate north and we will see heat indices that high. Temperatures right now in the 90s. We are not going to see much relief overnight. Even after the sun sets, it's going to remain very warm. You can see by 1 a.m. temperatures are still near 80 degrees. And by tomorrow morning, we're still sitting in the mid to even upper 70s. So it's still going to be very muggy. It's still going to be pretty hot through the evening and overnight hours. Clear skies now. It will be mostly clear overnight. We're seeing a little system move through the Mississippi Valley into Alabama, but that system is completely breaking down. What we're focused on is a dry cold front, not really bringing much of anything, any weather to our north right now. But as it pushes south through the day tomorrow and moves into our area, it will actually stall right on the Georgia border, and that will bring us a chance for isolated showers through the day. You can see it, they won't be widespread on the map, but a few of them could be pretty strong with some heavy winds and some heavy rain through the afternoon and evening. The clouds and the chance for showers should hold temperatures down just a degree or two from today. Still very hot, especially down towards central Georgia, LaGrange, Griffin, Covington. You're going to get in on mid-90s once again. And by Sunday, guys, the dry conditions return. Everywhere will jump into the mid-90s, and the humidity will build as we head into Sunday and Monday. Overall, we're going to hold on to low rain chances over the next 4 days. The next big system that moves in that brings us rain will not be until next Wednesday. So until then, we're looking at this, a dome of high pressure that's going to really bring the entire southern half of the country well above average temperatures. And here in Georgia, the heat will build through next Tuesday. So each day we're going to see increasing humidity and slightly increasing temperatures. And this is what the result will be. Each afternoon we will be right around 100 degrees for feels like temperatures. You need to take caution in that. Take that into account when you're making your weekend plans. It will feel like 100 degrees both tomorrow and Sunday outside. Tuesday, dangerous heat indices are likely through the afternoon. Again, we do see those storms move in on Wednesday, and that's when we finally will see some relief from the heat. Overall, this is the hottest weather that we've experienced all summer in all of 2019, so be ready for it. It's temperatures and humidity that we haven't felt in over a year. And again, it's here for the next 4 days. Babette?
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. And what does not sound good right now is the traffic and congestion on the highway. This is a live look at 285 just by Lawrenceville. Look at the congestion as folks try to make their way south at this moment. And as they try to get to 280 or to 20, speeds about 30 miles an hour. But all across we're seeing delays, especially on the north side of the perimeter. Speeds going west and east about 11 miles an hour. So folks are definitely dealing with some heavy delays right now. And then look at the big three. It's going to take you about 20 minutes to get from 285 to Jimmy Carter, and then from 285 to Holcomb Bridge on 400, 29 minutes for you. That's your pinpoint traffic. Back to you guys.
All right, Bobette, thanks so much. Week 11 of our CBS 46 Backyard Barbecue series. And today, Buttermilk Kitchen is in our backyard.
So exciting. We'll see what's cooking on the big green egg. There it is. That is next.
Ooh, Suzanne, look at that. All right, and then on a more serious note, months of investigation leading to assault weapons, drugs, and tens of thousands of dollars.
Thanks for making CBS 46 the fastest growing news in Atlanta. The CBS 46 Backyard Barbecue is sponsored by the Big Green Egg, the ultimate cooking experience.
All right, so I think when we got a sneak peek in, we saw the Nashville hot griddled cornbread
Yes.
with spiced bacon fat
Yes.
on the grill.
Ooh, I'm like salivating right now. Keep talking to me. But let's see what else we have. Let's check in with Fred Khalil. He's out at the Big Green Egg with Chef Suzanne from Buttermilk Kitchen. So what is our protein? That's what we've been asking amongst ourselves here on set, Fred.
Our protein tonight, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, Brittany. But right now, what are we going to do, Suzanne? We're going to...
So we're going to finish the cornbread dish that we started earlier.
I got you.
This is the Nashville hot griddled cornbread.
I love it.
This is some of the cornbread we baked off earlier. We just cut it in some wedges. Okay.
right.
So we're going to open up the grill. Just make sure you burp it first. It's really hot. This is about 400 degrees, 400, 500. And we've got the plancha in here. All right.
Okay.
So this is a little attachment.
I need to
so
do that, don't I? Yeah.
You need to do this. This is the butter.
Right
Put
there.
some
Look
butter
at that.
down.
That baby's hot.
It's hot. Put our cornbread in.
All right. I like it.
All right. And just
Put a little
close
extra
the
butter
lid.
on there. Why not? Come on, huh? We'll close that baby.
Close it. We're going to cook it about a minute or two aside.
Okay.
We're just grilling it. It's fully cooked. And when it comes off, it's going to look just like this. All right. So these are grilled. See, we just have some color
Yeah,
on it.
like little crusty. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I like all cornbread to be grilled. It has a
Okay.
little crunch to it. So I'm
And
going to
then
put it
we're gonna-
down.
All right.
Yep. And then this is the spiced bacon fat we made
Oh,
earlier.
Yeah, look
okay.
at that with the hot sauce and everything.
The hot,
right?
yeah, basically the hot sauce. It's like we're
Yeah.
making a hot wing, okay?
I got you.
And then we are going to take it with a brush.
All
You
right.
want to do it for me?
No, go ahead.
All
I'm
right.
gonna let you do it.
More the better.
The more the better. Look at that. All right. Suzanne, oh, look at that, Suzanne. It looks outstanding.
Yep.
That is hot cornbread.
And we finished it off with a little bit of honey.
Honey, hot sauce.
Wow.
The eggs.
Oh,
We're
that
gonna have
looks
the eggs
so
for our
good.
protein, by the way. Huh? Look at that little garnish. Look
There's
at it for a
some
little
chives,
decoration.
yeah.
Little chives.
Eat with
Fred,
your
you have
eyes
to
first.
eat it.
That's right.
So
There
you
you
want
go.
me to look pretty?
I'll eat it. You want me to try a little bit? How can I
Yes,
try
yes.
it? All right, here we go. Hold on.
So Fred,
Right, here we go.
Suzanne's
Right here,
hot
baby.
sauce topping there, it almost looks like a syrup. I mean, it's got the consistency of a syrup. Is it like? Does it
What do you
taste like
think?
that?
Outstanding. The syrup, the honey makes it a little syrupy, and that's
Right.
the sweet part.
Kind of balances the spice.
Balances it. It does. It balances the spice. There you go.
All right, we're jealous. We're going to see you in
that's
just a bit,
perfect, yeah.
Fred. All right, thank you.